So, if you're currently working on building a landing page or a sales page, then this video can kind of help give you some ideas of what you will want to make sure that you include in this. So, in the lesson, I have a list of some things that you want to include, but I'll also go through those in the video here. So, first off, before we jump into it, when you hear the term landing page or sales pages are typically used interchangeably. For the most part, they mean the same thing. But since every platform is a little bit different, some people will build their landing page on their website and then link to their sales page, which is on a like shopping cart platform. Some people put the landing page directly onto their shopping cart platform. So it's a little bit different with or based on like what you have set up for you. So for the most part, they are used interchangeably. So when I say that, they kind of mean the same thing. But for reference, this is kind of what a landing page looks like. You've got all of this information on here. You've got some call to actions, headlines, stories, all those things. And then you usually have a link. So something like this. Or if you scroll all the way down at the bottom, typically you're going to have a button for like payments. So this here, if I click any one of these or the enroll now, this will take me to a sales page, which is where you will find all of the payment information. Typically, you can also see like a bump offer or like a bonus offer to increase your sales that way. But jumping back to the landing page, so Amy Porterfield is a very successful businesswoman. She has been podcasting for many years, and kind of the main thing that she works on with her her students and her clients is she helps build email lists, and she also works a lot with helping her students build really good courses. But this page here is all about her List Builders Society, which is something that I actually joined a while back. So with the landing page here, going through the list of things, so typically some things that you want to make sure you always include. It kind of varies depending on what you have, but you'll always want to have a clear, eye-catching headline, relatable introduction. You want to highlight your problem and show the transformation. You want to introduce your offer, which can either be a product or a service. You want to make sure that you include what's inside of your product or service, your offer, so breaking down the value. You want to show the benefits, not just the features. You want to show testimonials or social proof, show off any bonuses. If you have those, you want to make sure that you include some clear call to actions. If you needed a FAQ section, if you would like to, you can add in a sense of urgency or scarcity. It's optional, but usually very effective. A section for who is this for, and then other convincing statistics that can also be relevant to what your offer is. So to start with, a clear catching headline, List Builder Society, that's typically the name of your offer, whatever that is. If you have like a subheading for that, works really well. So typically this would be like a one sentence or like very short sentence or phrase that basically explains what your offer is. It's very concise. So this one would be a step-by-step system to growing, well, to how she grew her email list from 0 to 400,000 subscribers. And like a little introduction of what the offer would be. So, with your, if you have like a hero story, this would be a great place to kind of include that as your landing page. But just kind of a story in general works as well. So, this one here, so you're off to a great start. You've watched a masterclass, you've grasped the concept of growing your email list, you feel confident about it, but you don't know where to go from there. So that kind of introduces a story and includes that pain point as well. And then so you've highlighted the problem and then you want to show the transformation. So in List Builder Society, it is a start to finish process to grow your email list, and Amy has been able to grow hers by 100,000 plus subscribers every year. So that shows the level of transformation. And with a landing page, you usually have a lot more space to add these in, but if you have testimonials or social proof, this is a great time to add one of those. It's usually kind of right out of the gate. So you've introduced your offer, highlighted the problem, showed the transformation, and then you want to show that like all of your claims are legitimate and you actually have helped people. So this is when you would have some testimonials in here. So if you can, if you've got the testimonial or social proof that has statistics to it, this is a good time to add that. So this guy here, this finance coach, was able to grow his list from 700 to 7,000 in just 3 months. And he now has over 18,000 subscribers. So that is a really strong testimonial to include. So you can also just show like 18,000. So you don't necessarily have to show what he grew from, but just a big statistic is really helpful. And then you also want to make sure that you start including a section that shows the benefits, not just features, showing kind of what's inside your program or your offer. So this one, it has like some pros and cons. They're kind of the same thing here. So basically you don't have to feel like that your business is a half-baked business because all of your technical stuff is handled. You don't feel pushy about sales because you can attract your audience to trust your solutions that you offer. You don't have to say yes to cringy clients and you get to choose who you work with. So it's kind of a back and forth thing. So you show the pros and cons of the before and then the after. So that's a really good way to kind of break down what the value is of your offer, your program. You can kind of explain like what's inside as well. So there's the List Builder Society course, there are the 3 modules, and then all those other features. So here's where you can more specifically break down what's inside a course. So List Builder Society consists of a 3 module course, and here she explains the benefit and value of what's inside that module, not just the features. So the features would be saying there are like 10 worksheets, 3 lessons, like 10 videos or whatever it happens to be. So that would be highlighting features, but we're not going to do that because that scares people away. It's overwhelming. People don't really see the value of that as much. As the better option here would be to just show off the value of what's inside. So with this, you'd be defining the value to your audience. So you can grow your list, create your opt-ins, and launch your offers. And then module 2, you'd be creating content that sparks attention. So you stay consistent with building your content. You've set your content apart from other creators. You can set up your lead magnets and stuff in as little as 20 minutes. Module 3, you attract your ideal customer avatar. You learn secrets to SEO, social media, things like that. And then the next section would be other parts to this program. So these aren't parts of the course, but they're like kind of side bonuses almost. And then she also has some additional bonuses, which I will show in a minute here. But again, this is where she is highlighting the value and benefits of her offer, not just features. So falling in love with creating consistent content, nailing a high converting opt-in page, promoting your lead magnet to the right people, writing emails that get lots of engagement, and then confidently sharing your emails as well. So again, that's kind of shows a more clear and concise way of sharing the benefits to a potential customer, client, audience, whatever. And then this section here, which I really like, is a who is this for section. So your program, offer, service, whatever it happens to be, is not going to be a good fit for everyone. It's not going to be right for everyone. Otherwise, because if you're serving everyone, you serve no one. So what I really like that Amy does is that she does not just share her program to just anyone. She wants everyone who joins it to feel confident and excited about it and feel like it's the right fit for them, because otherwise you tend to get lots of refunds or requests for refunds. You get bad reviews, you get students who just aren't engaged and don't, go through the content. And so it doesn't look good on your reputation and all of these things. So for Amy, what she did was she has a list of people that her program is good for. So if you're starting from a list of 0, that's great. If you have a list under 1,000, you're a perfect fit. If you like step-by-step guidance, and if you need tips on how to make more money that year or this year. And then she also has a list of people who are not a good fit. So if you have an email list of over 1,000 and it's continuing to grow, great. If you consistently bring in subscribers every day, if you have like a high converting lead magnet, you're not in a, or you're in a rush looking for a shortcut. So like a not get rich quick thing, but build your email list quick thing. You're unmotivated. You don't think social media, or you do think social media is enough. So, basically she highlights who it's good for, who it's not, and make sure that it's pretty clear. So, and she doesn't sugarcoat it either. So, and then this section here is really cool. I like that. For your offer, this may not be suitable for you, but I really like this in general. I think it's cool. It's interactive and it gets people, working on her landing page. But anyway, and then here she's got her payment plan showing up. So she's got the one-time payment, and then she shows that you get a bonus with that. And then here she's got her payment plan of a 3-payment thing, a 3-month payment plan. And then she's got some more testimonials and social proof. And testimonials, social proof, those things are really good to just kind of scatter throughout a landing page if you have multiple ones. So keep that in mind if you've got more than one. You can kind of scatter those around. Same thing with your call to actions, your CTAs. So like this here would technically be a call to action. If I scroll back at the top, the Enroll Now button, that's a call to action. The Enroll Now button appears a call to action. And then let's see, here is her bonuses. So she has a here's what you'll get section here. So this shows what's inside. You kind of break down the value. So here she's got her 3-step framework, a tech library with how-to videos, a start from scratch module, and then a list building resource library. She shows the monetary value of that, over $1,000, and then she adds these bonuses as well. And I think these bonuses are only available if you purchase the full payment plan or the one-time payment. And she shows the monetary value of those as well, what the title is obviously, and then a little bit about it, but it's not super wordy. It's not showing the individual features. It's not like listing things out. It's just explaining the benefit of it. So clear, concise, and provides good flow. So again, value there. Actually, this is her pay in full bonus here. So this is included with the with her program as well, her offer. And then if you pay in full, then this is an additional bonus that you get too. So if you have like payment plans, or if you plan on doing something like that, this would be a really good method to ensure that you get, for one, better conversions, and also make sure that you're getting the full payment, that people aren't like canceling last, with 1 month in, and that they feel like they're getting better value. So this is an option for you as well. And then let's see, again, showing the value here. And I think she's got an FAQ section down here. Yep. So she's got quite a few here, but this is kind of a mid-level program. There's usually like starter courses, which usually run anywhere from like $100 to $200. There's mid-level courses, which are like $200 to 700, 800, and then basically anything from there up to a few thousand is typically like a signature course, which is much more expensive, and you're going to have a bit more resistance to that from most people because most people can't afford that. But this is kind of a middle range here. It's a spotlight course is what Amy calls them because it's focusing on one aspect of like one specific topic, not like a introductory or starter kind of course thing. So but this here, she's got quite a few options here, but they're thorough responses. So this is where you can get a little bit more wordy as well if you want with the FAQ section, because it is expandable. So like an accordion, you can interact with those as much as you want. So, but she's got some good sections there. And then again, she's got her call to action. So typically the call to actions you want to have spread again throughout your landing page or sales page. And usually at the very beginning, in the middle, and then at the end, and then depending on like how much spacing you have, or depending on what like elements you have in your landing page, you can kind of spread them out or concentrate them in certain areas as well. And then at the very end, she's got kind of a last little bit here. So that kind of gives you an idea of what a landing page, like a good, strong landing page looks like, and kind of some things that you shouldn't include in your own as you build them. Another podcaster that I listened to, Jenna Kutcher. Let's see if kind of showed this one earlier. So Jenna Kutcher is another podcaster I listen to. She also has a list building or email list building program that she sells. So I'll go through this one a bit quicker, but just kind of giving you an example of some ways that varies. So something that I have seen with like other like offers and programs, they have like this little section here that shows proof that someone has purchased something. So that's kind of a really cool feature that I like seeing. I think that's an easy way to convince people to, it's like another form of social proof. So, but at the top here, you've got your strong headline, like a subheading, your call to action here. This would be a story, a relatable introduction with a pain point. Down here, you've got, let's see. So hers has a bit more, I guess, narrative flow to it as well, which I really like. But she's also got a section here that includes like statistics. So if, even if you don't have statistics of your own, if you're like just getting started and you don't really have any, like social proof or testimonials that have statistics, you can still use statistics to kind of help sell your product. So for this program, obviously she's got people who have purchased it before, but like, let's say she was just starting off and she included these statistics, that would be very convincing. So, so let's see. So this is probably from a specific study here, but it says the average small business owner spends 6 hours a week on social media marketing, but only 1 to 3% of their audience actually sees those posts or even engages with them, which is spending 15% of your time on a 1 to 3% return. So it's kind of a painful statistic. So that would be a pain point there. And then for reference, email marketing, typically the return on investment is anywhere from like 36 to 42%, 2%, or 3,600 to 4,200 times the, I'm saying that wrong. So for every $36 to $42 spent, or every $1 spent, you get, I am butchering that, I'm sorry. So a 36 to 42% return on investment, if that makes sense. So, or 32 times. I'm still butchering that. Anyway, so a huge return on investment, and a very convincing statistic. So no matter what your business is or what your offer is, having statistics can kind of help with that. So that's a fun thing to include. Highlighting important words. You can underline it, circle it, highlight it. You can change the color or the font of it, things like that. So here we go. 42 times return on investment. Whew. That was a struggle earlier. And then this is where she's introducing her offer. So everyone's landing page is going to look a little bit different. Just find something that works good for you and that you feel confident in. And you can always, tweak things, change them over time. Don't feel like you have to be set in stone on this. So keep that in mind as you are creating the landing page. It's flexible, it's fluid. You don't have to limit yourself to one specific design. So she's got her offer listed there, and then a nice call to action, kind of explaining the benefits of it, or like what's inside. So like she's got part 1, part 2, part 3, and then like what the kind of breaking down the value here. So you can use like bullet points or list out things, make that kind of fun. I like using icons as well. That's really fun. So that kind of gives you an idea here. And then again, her sales page would be this here. So if I were to click on any one of her call to actions here, that would bring me to that. So with that in mind, just a quick look at the landing page that I have here, the sales page. So with Thrivecart, that's something that I use to both sell my offers, my programs, or my courses or memberships, products, whatever it is. I use that to sell my things, and also it's the platform that I host my things on as well. So like my courses or memberships, those are all hosted on Thrivecart. So the landing page and sales page are kind of combined. So I'll show you that in a second. So I've got all of my landing page information, and then at the very bottom I have the like payment plan system set up here. So and this can change over time too. So all of this will change over time as I kind of tweak things, add new stuff to it. The pricing can go up or down depending on what it is. So that will change over time as well. But just again, kind of going over that list of things that you want on your landing page and sales page. You've got your eye-catching headline. You've got, this wouldn't really be a subheading. It would be like a story or introduction to it. And then some reasons like why you should join. So this would be like what's inside, breaking down the value, what are the benefits of it. And then this is just showing a mock-up. So if you've got mock-ups, this can look really good as well. I would consider this page more of a sales page than a landing page, but it's kind of an in-between of both of them. Typically, a landing page only has the information on there, and then you'll have a link to the payment processor. So just kind of a way you can tell the difference, but again, they're used interchangeably. So I wouldn't really consider these icons, but they are like little graphics. So these can be kind of fun. You can use Canva to create some really great looking icons or graphics as well. So like this mock-up here is something and I'll probably change this over time. It's I like it, but I think it needs some tweaks. So but you can use Canva to create some great looking things as well. So, and then here I've got a FAQ section. So I will add to this over time. And then I've got my payment plan system here, my payment processor there. So just kind of a quick look on that. And again, you can, if you have a like a course or service that you're really interested in taking yourself, or that you've seen before, that maybe you've bought in the past, you can look at those landing pages and sales pages and get some inspiration and some ideas of things that you really like about those, and see if you can't include those in your own landing page and sales page. So hopefully all of this helps. Sorry, I kind of had issues with my math earlier, but this should make things a little bit easier to kind of get started, give you some ideas, inspiration, all that. And if you have a landing page or sales page that you are are kind of ready to, share with the world, please feel free to share that in the Facebook group and get some feedback on that. If you have like other Facebook groups that you are part of, you can ask for feedback on that, like support groups. You can get feedback on that as well, kind of see what people are thinking, see if they've got feedback, see if they really like it. And those are also great places to find affiliates to help sell your products as well, or to collaborate with too. So hopefully this gives you kind of a good starting place. And again, reach out on Facebook if you need some feedback from the group. So good luck building your pages.